Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever asked yourself why some people are deeply missed the moment they step away, while others disappear and nothing changes? Why does one person's absence create curiosity, reflection, and even regret, while another person's absence feels almost invisible? The answer is not luck, and it is not about playing emotional games. The real answer is power, inner power, self-respect, and emotional discipline. Many people make a critical mistake when they want someone to miss them. They chase attention. They send more messages. They explain themselves repeatedly. They try harder and harder to prove their value. But the more they chase, the more their presence becomes ordinary. Human nature rarely values what is constantly available. The Stoic philosophers understood this truth centuries ago. They believed that the strongest individuals are not those who demand attention, but those who command respect through their character. Epictetus taught that real freedom begins when you stop depending on other people's approval to feel valuable. Think about that carefully. When your confidence depends on someone else's attention, you unknowingly give them control over your emotional world. Your mood rises when they respond and falls when they ignore you. This emotional dependence weakens your presence, but when your sense of worth comes from within, everything changes. Your energy becomes calm, grounded, and confident. You no longer need constant validation because you are focused on building your own life. Marcus Aurelius wrote a powerful reminder that a person's life becomes what they choose to focus on every day. When your focus shifts from chasing attention to building strength, discipline, and purpose, people begin to see you differently. You become someone who cannot be easily replaced because your presence is meaningful and intentional. In this video, you will learn 8 powerful Stoic principles that will help you transform the way people perceive you. These lessons are not about manipulation or emotional tricks. They are about developing real self-respect, emotional control, and independence. You will learn how to stop giving your time and energy too easily, how to build confidence that does not depend on anyone else, and how to create a presence that people naturally value and remember. When you adopt these principles, something interesting begins to happen. People start noticing the space you leave behind when you step away. They begin reflecting on the moments they once took for granted, and suddenly, the same attention you once chased begins coming back to you naturally. But this shift only happens when you change your mindset first. Before we begin with the first lesson, take a moment to set the tone for your mindset today. Decide that your value will no longer depend on how much attention someone gives you. Decide that your focus will be on becoming stronger, wiser, and more disciplined every day. If you are ready to reclaim your power and stop chasing validation, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. I respect my value and my time. Number 1. Stop chasing attention and start building your own life. The first step to making someone truly miss you is surprisingly simple but extremely powerful. Stop chasing their attention and start building your own life with purpose. Many people fall into a cycle where they constantly seek connection from someone who has already begun taking their presence for granted. They send more messages, start more conversations, and try harder to keep the interaction alive. But this behavior sends the wrong signal. It tells the other person that your attention is always available and that your happiness depends on their response. Over time, this reduces the value of your presence. Stoic philosophy warns strongly against this type of emotional dependence. Epictetus taught that wise individuals focus on what they can control, their actions, their effort, and their character, rather than trying to control how others behave. This is where your power begins. Redirect your focus immediately. Instead of investing your energy into waiting for someone's attention, invest it into your growth. Strengthen your physical health. Improve your knowledge. Develop new skills. Build goals that excite you. When your life becomes meaningful and productive, your energy naturally changes. You become more confident because your happiness no longer depends on someone else's response. Reduce unnecessary communication. If someone is used to hearing from you constantly, they rarely have the chance to feel your absence. By creating space, you allow curiosity to grow. Silence creates reflection. When your presence is no longer constant, people begin to notice the difference. Develop a strong routine that strengthens your independence. Wake up with purpose. Work on goals that matter to you. Spend time with people who appreciate your presence. When your daily life becomes full of progress and discipline, you naturally stop chasing attention because you are too busy building something valuable. Seneca believed that the happiest people are those who build their lives on inner strength rather than external approval. This mindset changes everything. When you stop chasing and start living with purpose, your energy shifts from neediness to confidence, and confidence is something people notice immediately. Suddenly, the person who once expected your constant attention realizes that your time is no longer easily available. They begin to remember the conversations you once had. They begin to notice the silence where your messages used to appear. And that moment is when something powerful begins to happen. Your absence starts to create curiosity. But remember, this is not about manipulation. It is about respecting your own life enough to stop chasing anyone who does not appreciate your presence. When you live with that level of discipline, people feel the difference without you saying a single word. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. My life is my priority. Number 2, become emotionally self-sufficient. The second principle you must adopt is emotional self-sufficiency. If your mood rises and falls depending on how someone treats you, then you have quietly handed them power over your peace. Many people wait for a message, a call, or a sign of attention before they feel good about themselves. When the response comes, they feel relief. When it does not, they feel anxiety. This pattern slowly weakens your confidence because your emotional stability becomes controlled by someone else's behavior. Stoic philosophy teaches the exact opposite approach. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself constantly that a strong mind does not depend on external approval to remain calm and balanced. Your peace must come from your own discipline, your own mindset, and the standards you set for yourself. Train your mind to generate its own stability. Build habits that strengthen your inner world. Exercise regularly. Read meaningful ideas. Reflect on your goals, and spend time improving your character. These practices build confidence that cannot be shaken by someone's silence or attention. Stop checking for validation. Do not constantly look at your phone hoping for a message or a reaction. Every time you do that, you reinforce emotional dependence. Instead, keep your attention on productive actions that move your life forward. Create a life that feels fulfilling without needing constant interaction. When your days are filled with purpose and progress, you stop measuring your worth through someone else's behavior. Epictetus taught that the secret of strength is understanding that happiness comes from mastering your own thoughts rather than controlling external events. When you develop this mindset, something powerful happens. You become calm, grounded and confident in a way that people immediately notice. And when someone realizes that your happiness no longer depends on their attention, they begin to value your presence much more. Number 3, create space, so your absence can be felt. The third principle is powerful because it changes the entire emotional dynamic between you and others. If you are always present, always available, and always ready to respond immediately, people rarely get the chance to feel the value of your presence. Familiarity without boundaries often turns appreciation into habit. When someone knows they can reach you at any moment, they stop recognizing how meaningful your time truly is. Stoic philosophy teaches that reflection requires distance. Seneca believed that stepping back from constant noise allows people to see things more clearly. The same idea applies to relationships and human interaction. When you create healthy space, you allow the other person to experience what life feels like without your constant presence. Stop being instantly available for every message, call, or request. Your time is valuable, and treating it that way sends a powerful signal about your self-respect. Respond thoughtfully instead of immediately. This creates a natural rhythm that protects your attention. Invest more time in your own activities. Spend time improving your health, working toward personal goals, and developing meaningful interests. When your schedule becomes full of purpose, you naturally communicate less because your focus is directed toward growth. Embrace quiet moments instead of filling every silence. Silence creates curiosity. When someone notices your absence, they begin reflecting on the conversations, moments, and energy you once brought into their life. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that a person's dignity grows when they manage their time and attention with discipline. When you practice this mindset, people begin to recognize that your presence is not something ordinary. Your time becomes meaningful because it is not given away carelessly. And when your presence is no longer constant, your absence naturally begins to carry weight. Now, strengthen this mindset. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. My presence has value. Number 4, upgrade yourself until your absence becomes noticeable. The fourth principle is transformation. If you truly want someone to miss you, you must become someone whose presence brings value, energy, and inspiration. When a person stays the same for years without growth, people eventually stop paying attention. But when someone is constantly evolving, improving, and challenging themselves, their presence carries a different kind of weight. Stoic philosophy places enormous importance on self-improvement because growth strengthens both character and confidence. Epictetus believed that every day should be an opportunity to refine the mind, discipline the body, and sharpen personal virtues. This mindset shifts your focus away from seeking attention and toward becoming someone who naturally attracts respect. Commit to visible personal growth. Improve your physical health, your knowledge, and your skills. Read books that expand your thinking. Exercise regularly. Work toward goals that challenge you. When you invest in growth, your energy becomes stronger and more focused. Upgrade your mindset. Replace negative thinking with discipline and clarity. Speak with confidence. Move with purpose. And stop doubting your own potential. People notice when someone carries themselves with calm determination. Build habits that create progress every single day. Even small improvements compound over time. When others see your life moving forward while they remain stagnant, they begin to recognize your value. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself constantly that the purpose of life is to become better in character and action. When you live by this principle, your presence becomes inspiring rather than ordinary. And when someone sees that you are evolving, growing, and moving toward a stronger version of yourself, your absence becomes much more noticeable. They realize that your life is not waiting for anyone's approval. It is advancing with purpose. Now, lock this mindset into your behavior. Number 5, speak with purpose and reduce empty words. The 5th principle is learning to control your words. Many people talk too much when they want attention. They send long explanations, constant updates, and unnecessary messages just to keep a connection alive. Over time, this flood of words weakens the impact of what they say. When communication becomes constant noise, it loses its meaning. Stoic philosophy strongly encourages discipline in speech. Epictetus advised his students to speak only when their words improve the silence. Think about how powerful that mindset is. When you stop filling every moment with conversation, your words begin to carry weight again. Slow down your communication. Do not rush to respond to every message or comment. Take time to think before speaking. A thoughtful response shows maturity and confidence. Remove unnecessary explanations from your conversations. When you speak clearly and calmly, your message becomes stronger without extra words. People respect individuals who communicate with simplicity and certainty. Become a better listener. Pay attention to what others say instead of focusing only on what you want to say next. When someone feels truly heard, your presence becomes memorable and meaningful. Seneca warned that careless speech often creates problems that wisdom could easily avoid. By speaking with intention, you protect your energy and maintain control over your interactions. Something interesting begins to happen when you adopt this discipline. People start paying closer attention whenever you speak because they know your words are not random or excessive. Your voice becomes calm, measured, and impactful. And when your communication is no longer constant, your silence becomes noticeable. Others begin to feel the difference when your thoughtful presence is not there. That is the quiet strength of disciplined speech. Now anchor this mindset into your daily behavior. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. My words carry purpose. Number 6. Protect your boundaries without apology. The 6th principle is learning to protect your boundaries with calm confidence. Many people lose their value because they allow others to cross their limits again and again. They say yes when they should say no. They tolerate disrespect because they fear losing someone's attention. They sacrifice their time, energy, and emotional stability just to keep a connection alive. But every time you ignore your own boundaries, you quietly tell others that your needs are not important. Stoic philosophy teaches that self-respect must come before external approval. Seneca warned that a person who constantly seeks to please everyone will eventually lose themselves. When you protect your boundaries, you are not being difficult or selfish. You are demonstrating that your life has structure, values, and discipline. Clearly recognize your limits. Understand what behavior you accept and what behavior you refuse to tolerate. Once those standards are clear in your mind, stand by them firmly. Stop apologizing for protecting your time and energy. You do not need to explain every decision or justify every boundary. Calm confidence communicates your position more effectively than long explanations. Remove yourself from situations that repeatedly disrespect your standards. Walking away quietly is often stronger than arguing endlessly. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that dignity comes from living according to your principles, not from pleasing the crowd. When you adopt this mindset, something powerful begins to happen. People recognize that access to your time and attention is not automatic. Your presence becomes meaningful because it is given with intention, not desperation. And when someone realizes they can no longer cross your limits freely, they begin to respect your presence more deeply. This respect is what creates the emotional space where your absence becomes noticeable and even missed. Now reinforce this mindset immediately. Number 7, build a life that naturally attracts attention. The 7th principle is powerful because it shifts your focus away from trying to be missed and toward becoming someone whose life is genuinely interesting and meaningful. When a person's world revolves around one individual, their energy becomes narrow and predictable. But when someone is building a life filled with goals, experiences, learning, and progress, their presence becomes naturally magnetic. People become curious about those who are constantly evolving and moving forward. Stoic philosophy teaches that a fulfilling life is built through purpose and disciplined action. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that each day is an opportunity to perform meaningful work and improve his character. This mindset transforms the way you live. Instead of waiting for someone's attention, you begin investing your time in activities that strengthen your future. Pursue goals that excite and challenge you. Whether it is developing a new skill, advancing in your career, or improving your health, commit to growth that expands your life. Progress creates confidence, and confidence attracts attention without effort. Expose yourself to new environments and experiences. Meet new people, learn new ideas, and explore opportunities that expand your perspective. A life filled with exploration naturally becomes interesting to others. Celebrate your progress quietly without seeking validation. When your focus stays on growth rather than approval, your confidence becomes calm and authentic. Epictetus believed that a person who dedicates themselves to improving their character becomes stronger and more resilient with every challenge they face. When you live this way, people begin to notice something different about you. Your conversations become richer, your mindset becomes stronger, and your energy becomes inspiring. And when someone realizes that your life is expanding without depending on their attention, they begin to wonder what they might be missing. Now reinforce this mindset immediately. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. My life is growing every day. Number 8, let your calm absence do the talking. The 8th and final principle is the quiet strength of calm absence. Once you have focused on growth, protected your boundaries, disciplined your communication, and built emotional independence, you must learn to step back and allow your presence to be felt through its absence. Many people make the mistake of announcing their departure or trying to prove a point through dramatic actions. Stoic wisdom teaches a far more powerful approach. Move quietly, act with dignity, and let time reveal your value. Epictetus taught that the strongest individuals do not waste their energy trying to control how others perceive them. Instead, they focus on living with integrity and self-mastery. When you practice this mindset, you stop forcing attention and begin allowing people to experience life without your constant presence. Remove the urge to prove your worth. You do not need to remind someone of your importance through constant messages, explanations, or emotional reactions. Let your absence create the silence where reflection begins. Remain consistent in your growth while you step back. Continue building your goals, strengthening your mindset, and living your life with discipline. Your progress will speak louder than any explanation you could give. Maintain calm confidence if the person reaches out again. Do not rush back into old patterns of constant availability. Respond with clarity, balance, and self-respect. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that a person's dignity comes from their ability to remain steady regardless of external reactions. When you live by this principle, your silence becomes powerful because it is not filled with resentment or games. It is filled with self-respect and purpose. Over time, people begin to recognize the space you once filled in their life. They remember your presence, your conversations, and your energy. That realization often creates the very feeling you once tried to chase, being truly missed. Now anchor this final mindset. Now you understand a powerful truth that many people never realize. Making someone miss you is not about manipulation, emotional games, or trying to force attention. It is about transforming yourself into someone whose presence carries real value. When you stop chasing, protect your boundaries, focus on personal growth, and build emotional independence, your energy changes completely. You become calmer, more confident, and more focused on your own life. Stoic philosophy reminds us that the greatest power a person can develop is mastery over their own mind. Marcus Aurelius believed that a disciplined mind creates a strong and meaningful life. When you live with this mindset, you no longer depend on anyone's attention to feel valuable. Instead, you create a life filled with purpose, progress, and self-respect. And something interesting happens when you do this. People begin to notice the difference. They recognize that your time is valuable, your presence is meaningful, and your energy is no longer something that can be taken for granted. That is when your absence starts to carry weight. But remember, the real goal is not simply to be missed. The real goal is to become stronger, wiser, and more confident every single day. So start applying these principles right now. Protect your peace, respect your time, and continue building the life you truly deserve. If this message helped you, subscribe to the channel and join this community dedicated to strength, discipline, and Stoic wisdom. And before you leave, drop this final affirmation in the comments. I grow stronger every day.